So this is a funny one. There's lots of things that people call a health check, but would you do a health check on a team as part of a retrospective? And if so, how? Well, as I mentioned, it's a funny one because what do we mean by a health check? I'm not a doctor. I'm not qualified for that, and I'm not going to perform a checkup. Very often what we're talking about is, are we checking in with the team? Are they happy? Are they satisfied with the way it's going? That's the purpose of a retrospective, is to seek improvements. But part of that is understanding the relationships in the team. Are people happy? Are they satisfied? And they are different things. I will always take a satisfied team over one that's wildly happy. Okay? Happiness is good, but satisfaction really stays the course. They're comfortable. They know what they're doing. They can see that they're improving, I hope. Okay? Satisfaction is how I check. So would I do it? Yeah. And all I would very often do is give me a number, 1 to 5. How happy are you? How satisfied are you? In terms of an emoji, whatever works. I really do like the electronic whiteboards from when we went remote, because instead of asking me describe the last sprint in terms of weather forecast, we can just say, go find an image that describes the sprint for you, and things like that. They are checking up on the team, seeing whether they are in a good state of play, because we can get insights into them. If somebody is always doom and gloom, okay, then maybe that's just their personality. They see the darker side of life as a norm. But if they're suddenly happy, okay, well, that's unusual behaviour. It's not bad behaviour, don't get me wrong, but it's unusual. It's a flag that we maybe want to go and have a chat with John about how he's suddenly so ecstatic about everything. Okay, because maybe it's a great thing and we can all get on board. Or if somebody, turns turtle and goes from always happy to actually quite upset. Okay, they're talking about a dark thing. Is it because the sprint was bad, or is there more behind it? It's giving us clues. It's not giving us answers, but it's giving us a pointer for a conversation, which is all a health check really can do, is kick off a conversation. Now, maybe that's one that could be had in a retrospective because it's appropriate and it's safe enough to do so. Great. Retrospectives don't always have to be about how do we get more points out of our team. They can be, how do we improve our relationships so that we can have more open, freer conversations, discuss harder topics. And the health check may steer you towards that when you start saying, actually, people are feeling a bit down. Maybe we need to surface this and understand how we help the team improve its morale as a whole. So for me, the how is quite simple. It's deliberately simple because I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a doctor. I don't need deep, detailed information from you. What I want to know is, are we all right? Are we on track? And if I sense something's wrong, I'm going to ask. Okay? And I'm going to accept that I might have got it wrong. I might think that one of the team members is a bit down. So I'm going to ask them. But it's going to be from my perspective. Seems to me that you're a bit down. And they may say, no, I'm fine. I'm just a bit quiet today. I'm a bit tired. Baby kept me up all night. Whatever it is. Okay. I was wrong. Okay. Sorry. They may say, yeah, but I don't want to talk about it. Okay. But I'm going to ask because I've got the flag. My intuition is going to tell me. Maybe you just go and ask John that question. So I'm going to, respectfully. And it's always going to be an offer of, I'm here to talk if you want. If you don't want, that's okay too. And for me, that works well. Teams don't need invasive health checks. I've come across them where you have people say, oh, we want to know these 5 different dimensions of each person in the team. Why? Why do you need to know that? What's it telling you? What are you going to do with that information that is of benefit to the team? Because really what you're likely to do is say, based on this, we think that team's a bit down. Just ask them. Why do anything more? Ask them how they feel. If there's something interesting that comes out of that conversation, and ask the team if they think there's something interesting coming out of that insights, great, then we can explore it. But actually, if they say, yeah, everything's fine, I turned up to work, I got paid, happy days, then we can move on and we can look at different areas in the retrospective to seek improvements in. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.